Welcome to Blood, Bath & Beyond. Today we review Rhyme Slaya, Death, Hip Hop Style.
Written and directed by Jay Starr, starring Mia Jones and Maddi Madd, Rhyme Slaya is about a rap contest where the 5 contestants are hunted and slayed one by one. What do we like about this movie, guys?
I genuinely like urban horror. I've been listening to rap my entire life, and so to have it like intertwined with horror, my other love, is just great.
Who's your favorite rapper?
Man, who the fuck is this?
I said, who's your favorite rapper?
Scarface, nigga, what?
The whole concept is actually really fun. You know, you got contestants who are trying to get that record deal, and there's a serial killer out to take him out one at a time, and it's a good whodunit.
I like that this is like a local movie. I like that it was clearly a bunch of people from the town that were making this movie together. It had a great indie feel because of it, and just a local production. It's something you always have to support.
I thought there were bars in this movie, to be honest. When it comes to rapping, you need those punchlines. I think Ox was crushing it.
Strap your boots, motherfucker, cause I've been tight. My joke's the type to put a smile across your windpipe.
And Dallas with that off-the-wall, parkour. Come on. That shit is dope.
See, Cash is a dark horse. My shit is hardcore. The shit I kick be off the wall like parkour.
Teflon, on the other hand.
Battling me, you gotta be battle tested. Bitch, my flow murder one and shit've had me arrested, nigga.
He rapped well, his flow was decent, no punchlines. How are you a battle rapper? You're not winning the contest. Sorry, pal.
Was the contest a battle rap contest, though?
It seemed like it.
Wrong. That is absolutely
wrong. We're going to sponsor a showcase for the best artists in the Midwest.
I will give them credit for their practical effects after the kills. Some of the cuts and the wounds, they did look really cool. The aftermath was nice.
The mystery aspect was probably my favorite because the entire time we had no idea what was happening. We had theories, but we never actually guessed who the killer actually was. So that's always great when you're doing a whodunit. I also like the scorpion mesh pop filter mask. For a micro budget flick, I think this was shot okay. I mean, there are definitely problems with the cinematography, but in general, if you just were to pop this on, you probably wouldn't notice the same things that we may complain about.
But I mean, they tried things. We had some rack focusing, they kept the shots steady, and they tried to create some depth of field.
I liked some of the sets though. Solo's main layer. What do you call that?
It's called an office.
I refer to my office as a layer, by the way. Well, not the layer that I aspire to have. I need to get this Patreon page going so we can get this layer started. That's gonna be my first goal. $100,000 layer. I thought that was just a dope look. I want that for another YouTube channel. I'm just gonna knock. Wait, can I just green screen that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Give them an example.
Well, I guess that works. When you're jumping into a slasher, you definitely want a lot of kills, which we certainly have, and we want a lot of nudity. And it's pretty decent. There's actually full frontal, which is nice.
I'm ready to fuck.
But I actually liked one of the girls that didn't get naked the most, which was Chloe. She's the producer. She's banging hot. That's all I have to say.
I gotta give it to her. She hot.
Exactly why.
Blood, Bath & Beyond.
Fucking knocking it out of the park.
Jay's ultimate journey to date an actress. What didn't we like about this movie? So the acting wasn't great. The problem is that there was a lot of emotional scenes, and when you are not the greatest actor, those can be quite difficult. So when they have to react to their friends dying and they have to cry, it instantly goes from us watching a movie to us watching people act.
I am sorry for generalizing here, but the white guys in this movie, they were just really stiff and awkward, and it was hard to watch them and take them serious.
So you asked me to sit down, you gonna give me a drink?
I mean, maybe if you lucky. I mean, shit, I'm kind of too cool for that, though.
They're trying to be these, tough guys. And they may look tough, but they're not.
Oh, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. And I manage the best rapper in the city.
And debatably, some of them did not look tough. I mean, they were getting killed left, right, and center. It wasn't even an issue. Those guys were certainly weak as fuck.
I mean, to add to that, the dialogue wasn't great. I just don't think it was natural. So you had just weird conversations that were happening where people are just sign this contract. And then just saying a bunch of lines afterwards.
That's bad business. It's clear that he's one of the best rappers out there. But when it comes to this business game, son, He's subpar for real. We've been doing this for 20 years,
Listen to
okay?
this, man. Listen
20
to him.
years.
And I think where this film suffers is its pacing. There are a lot of scenes that just drag on and don't necessarily relate to the story.
The same could be said with some of, like, actually probably all of the things that I really liked about this movie. Like, the sex scenes with the random guys dying. Well, I appreciate them as they were. Those booty kills, though. The rap battle, I did enjoy under the bridge. Yeah, it's like every scene that I like kind of liked. If you strip them out, it wouldn't have changed the story at all.
So there were a lot of kills, which
Yes.
is good. But a lot of the kills also didn't kind of make sense to what the story was. So it's nice that they wanted to put in all these kills. But some of them are like, why is this character? Or how would he know to find this character here? So it's kind of weird in that sense.
And another aspect that we would hope to see is on-screen kills, which unfortunately we don't get a ton of, and that's probably because of the sheer amount that exists.
It was pretty repetitive. They would tase them, you get a really cheap effect, and then like they stand over top of their body and slice them, and then you get a nice looking gash. So it sucks because I would just give up the taser effect and just go straight for the gash.
None of that foreplay shit.
Oh, jeez. Well, I did think the cinematography was decent for what it was. There were also a lot of negatives to it. Things like having like really deep vignetting in many scenes, maybe focus being off in a lot of shots, and most importantly, which is the most frustrating as an editor, is the 180-degree rule when it comes to dialogue talking. It would go from one shoulder to their other shoulder to a low-angle shot and somewhere else. And, well, thankfully, I was drinking heavily. I didn't really pay attention until closer to the end. I'm like, holy shit, what's happening here? So I think that some people that would, like, pick up on these different shots, it would probably drive them nuts, to be honest.
It's time for our final thoughts and ratings.
Rhyme Slaya was pretty much the urban slasher that I thought it would be. It had some good rap tracks. It also had a good whodunit aspect. It just gave us the mystery aspect of we don't know who this killer is, and we're not going to lead to who the killer is. We're just going to reveal it at the end, and you're going to be surprised. But it also fell flat on its pacing because there's a lot of scenes that didn't necessarily need to be in the film. Despite how fun those scenes were, it just kind of felt like it was dragging along. But it was a fun time. Not the best, but a fun time. So with that being said, I'm going to give this film 2 babies on phones out of 5.
When I heard the name Rhyme Slaya, it was immediately, yes, we need to review this. And I'm happy we did. I think I had a better time watching it than it sounds based on this review, to be honest. Like, if you watch this with friends, you're probably going to enjoy it more than you would if you watched it by yourself. But it certainly had its flaws, for sure. The cinematography wasn't great. A lot of the acting was questionable. And I really wish we got like more practical effects when it came to the kills. The ones that we saw, like, they were okay. But even if we had a little more blood splatter on some of the cheaper kills, I think it would have been more enjoyable. If you're having some drinks and you want to watch a movie, I'd probably recommend it despite what my rating is. So I'm gonna give this 1.5 Panther bottles out of 5.
I think we all agree this movie needs to be tightened up a lot. There is pacing issues, I think there's story issues, dialogue work, acting work. The concept in of itself can work, and I think it's an interesting one to go off of. Obviously the subculture of, hip-hop, horror movies is popular.
Nothing but death comes from that lifestyle.
But I don't think that's enough reason just to watch the movie. While it was enjoyable, us rewatching it, if you were to watch this movie alone, I'm pretty sure you're gonna turn it off. You gotta loosen yourself up and you gotta be with your friends and just understand what you're going in for. Not saying I could do better or anything, but as a movie, I think that it was just a little too amateurish. So I'm gonna give it 1 Rough Riding Oxes out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't, there are links in the description where you can find it. And this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay updated with everything, Bloodbath and beyond.